What's up, guys? Invader1 here again, and I am coming back to you guys with another Krogan freaking video, which I love. Guys, I love the Krogans. When I first started playing Mass Effect, I thought it was just a ton of fun. Number one, they are freaking huge. Number two, they look like, I don't know, they look like big frogs. Just, it's just like big freaking badass frogs just going around and, I don't know, being badass. They also say the funniest comments, so I mean, I pretty much just love them immediately as soon as I got them. I thought they were awesome. Plus, I've been playing Mass Effect for quite a bit. I played the single player campaign, so who doesn't love a Krogan? You know what I'm saying? So I really I don't know. I really enjoy the fact that I was gonna get to play the Krogans in multiplayer, and it was just absolutely awesome. So. Now, I have some the Krogan Sentinel build video, and I did it here in Goddess. The reason I did the Krogan Soldier here in Goddess, I was going to do it in on Giant, but in these games we had quite a few grenade casters. The guys that I were playing with decided to use grenade throwing characters, so I figured, you know what, let's put it on Goddess. And at the same time, one of my buddies, he needed to get this map done for one of his challenges, so this is why we did we did also the I'm also doing this gameplay on Goddess. And you know, honestly, I do like the map. I just don't like the fact that it's laggy, has frame rate issues on the Xbox and also on the PS3. It's a little bit of a laggy map. You get a lot of video lag, you get audio lag, especially if you have biotic enemies. I mean biotic characters. Sorry, and it just really gets annoying. So. Krogan Soldier. The other thing is that the good thing about Goddess is that it is a good grenade map. You get 2 grenades per box, so that's always a great thing. And if you have a grenade caster like this, like a Krogan Soldier or a Krogan Sentinel, and you have grenades on them, then this is the kind of map you want to play on because you'll be able to constantly pick up grenades all the time. So we did it here, and we had a good time. Actually, the first 2 games were a little difficult. For whatever reason, we just kept on getting. We got killed in Wave 8, so we had to redo this, which was a little bit weird. It was really strange. Usually we don't we don't fail on these platinum games like this, but it was. Whatever, it is what it is, and but we were able to get it done. And one of the things that you guys will notice is that you'll see a lot of fire explosions. You'll see that the Krogan Soldier, he's able to detonate them quite well. Now, mind you, I am getting some very powerful fire explosions from the Krogan, and his incendiary grenades, pretty much his Inferno grenade, sorry. They're extremely powerful themselves, but I do not have Carnage maxed out. And if I did have Carnage maxed out, they would probably be a little bit more powerful. But the kind of build that I did here is to give him, kind of like a little bit of tankiness, but at the same time give him Krogan Berserker, more weapon damage and power damage on his skill tree. So I did that kind of thing. And let me give you an example. Like, you're gonna need Fortification on this character, by the way. And Fortification, what it does, guys, for those of you who have actually seen my Gift Trooper Soldier videos, Fortification gives you a power damage bonus, and his Carnage and Incendiary grenades are considered power. So what you're gonna want to do is level up Fortification all the way, max it out. On rank 4, what I'm doing is I put some durability because this is not a melee build. You may want to go for melee damage. That is fine. That's actually the option. It's up to you. If you want to give him more melee damage, go right ahead. All the power to you. It actually increases the melee damage by 30% when the armor is purged. The only problem that I have with that is that you have to constantly purge the armor. So if you're shooting Carnage, like literally after, you need Carnage. You're not gonna have the 30% power bonus on rank 5, the power synergy, because you just exploded, you pretty much purged your armor. So you're not gonna have that, or you have to wait for it to recharge to actually put it back on. That is a melee build, and this is not a melee build. This is a power-based build, kind of like the Krogan Sentinel. Same thing. This is a power-based build, and it actually works quite well. You get a lot of explosions with it. You get a lot of death. So what you're going to want to do for rank 4 is actually go either with durability or melee damage. It's up to you. But I prefer durability, like that you get some protection. It's only 5%. Rank 5, I'm going for power synergy. Like this, you get additional 30% power damage bonus, guys. And this is, you know, while Fortification is active. So I pretty much just turn on Fortification. I don't turn it off, and I just, you know, I spam the grenades and Carnage to detonate the fire explosion. That's the way it works. You want to spam the grenade first, then Carnage to detonate it. Okay. So that's pretty much the way I would work them. Rank 6 of Fortification, I go for durability for another 10%. So what it does, it gives him a 40% damage reduction, guys. So this is good if, you know, if you definitely, if you want to create the kind of build that you don't put a lot on fitness, even though this build I do have fitness on. You know, let's say you want to max out Carnage and not just have it at 3 points. So what I did is I just put 3 points, but if I were to put more than 3 points on Carnage, guys, what I would do is actually on rank 4, I would go for damage. Rank 5, I will go for incapacitate. I like, you know, to be able to drop the enemies down so that they have to kind of get back up, and, you know, you can just slap the crap out of them or just mess them up. Rank 6, you're going to want to go for, I go for armor damage actually, because I play quite a bit on Platinum and even Gold. You know, for Atlases and Banshees, if you go for armor damage, then, you know, you'll be able to, your Carnage will be able to do quite a bit of damage on them. But either way, either, you know, armor damage or an additional 50% damage is fine. The 50% damage may be good for you, may be better off, because if you're just using Carnage just to detonate, then, you know, the extra damage would actually be better. And if you go for extra damage, it's 691.25, which is not bad. The recharge speed is a little slow, but it's not. It's good enough. It's 3.08 seconds, guys. So, and the radius is 1 meter with this setup with the Carnage. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I would do. For Inferno grenades, rank 4, guys, I don't do radius, even though radius is good. You know, increase the radius by 30%. Yeah, the radius is already really decent. It's 5 meters. It's really big. So I go for damage on rank 4. Rank 5, instead of max grenades, I go for more damage because again, you know, Platinum and Gold enemies, you know, have a lot of armor, have a lot of health. Especially if you're going against collectors too. It's just they have tons of armor. And on rank 6, I go for armor damage, increase damage to armor by 50%. That's pretty much the way. That's pretty much the way I go, guys. For his training for Krogan Berserker, since this is a power build, kind of like my Krogan Sentinel video. On rank 4, you're gonna want to go for damage capacity, guys, because you get, you know, power and force bonuses, like damage and force bonuses by 5%. It's very little, but it still increases it. It gives you a good weight capacity bonus, so like that your Carnage, you know, it's not as slow, so you could put like a heavier weapon on them. You're gonna want to go for power damage on rank 5 too. Rank 6, it's up to you. You could go for weapon damage or decrease the weight of shotguns. I went to increase the weight of shotguns because I wanted to have the capability of either putting a claymore on him, even though I don't like the claymore on him, in all honesty. I actually like using the Wraith. You notice here, I like using the Wraith or the Raider, the AT Raider. Some of the guys that I play with, they actually like to use the Crusader on him, and Crusader's a decent gun, guys. It's just not my playstyle. That's why you guys haven't seen me play it. I may play it later, I don't know. It's just not, it's not a gun that I constantly use, but it's a very, very good gun. I have it presently at, I think, level 7 or 8. I don't even know. I got the Crusader quite a bit in these weekend challenges and these weekend events. So, anyways, it is what it is. On the Krogan's Rage, I have, because of the way I set it up, I have enough to go up to rank 5, which gives me 1,163 health and 1,550 shield. So this guy is tanky, like big time tanky. He's already tanky as it is, guys, even without, you know, even without all that, all those points on his rage, on his health and shields. And if you want to go for a little bit, give him a little bit of melee bonus. I went for tankiness here because I'm just going to play him on Platinum quite a bit. So I wanted a little bit more tankiness on him. But for you guys who mostly play Gold, those rank 5 and rank 4 and rank 5 that you have on, you know, for his rage, you know, go for the melee. Just don't do like I did. Actually, go for the melee, because then if you as a Krogan, you're gonna finish off an enemy with the melee. Then you'll have more power to your melee. That's pretty much what I would do. I did it this way for platinum because whatever, I needed a little bit more tankiness, but if I had another reset card, I probably would just go for melee damage because it's pretty big. And there are times that there's a phantom in front of me. You'll see it here. I actually killed a few phantoms with the melee. Even as it is now, his melee is still really strong. But what's good about the melees, especially for phantoms, is that when you see a phantom in front of you, instead of kind of backing out or and she'll kind of like magnet hand you in, it's better to just do a heavy melee, stagger her, and then back out. So that's kind of like the way I work it. Or sometimes the heavy melee will actually kill her. So you see a lot of that here. Well, not a lot, but you see it a few times. And that's another thing, guys. That when it comes to playing against phantoms, I actually was a little upset with the previous game because sometimes phantoms will also magnet hand you, or sometimes you won't see the animation that they're supposed to do, because you're either on somebody else's host and you couldn't see the animation or whatever. You just the phantoms just do the darndest things, but a Krogan, especially if you're in a situation where you have a phantom in front of you, he can't dodge, he can't really do a roll or anything like that. What you're going to want to do is actually do a heavy melee and stagger her. And don't be afraid to do so. If you have two phantoms, I mean, then yeah, you're probably not going to want to do that. But the way I play this guy is pretty much grenade, carnage, shoot, grenade, carnage, shoot, grenade, carnage, shoot, or grenade, carnage, and shoot, shoot, shoot. That's pretty much it. And the Wraith does a lot of damage. Now, you're pretty much going to want to stick to incendiary ammo, guys. Now, right now, I actually have incendiary rounds 4. Like that, I could see, even if I don't have any grenades, I'm shooting at the enemy like the brute, and then I am detonating a fire explosion based off of the ammo type. It's a little weaker fire explosion, but I am detonating a fire explosion with Carnage off of the ammo type. So I truly, in all honesty, I truly recommend for you to strictly go on incendiary rounds, maybe cryo rounds to slow down the enemy. Like that, you can debuff armor with the cryo rounds, and and then the incendiary grenades will just kind of eat through the enemy at the same time, because the cryo rounds do weaken armor. So you could probably do something like that, but I truly recommend that you kind of stick with incendiary rounds and just do nothing but fire explosions with this guy, because he's a lot of fun with it. He's a lot of fun. He's extremely powerful. If you put something like a grenade capacity, the gear bonus, grenade capacity 5, you get an additional 5 grenades, and you'll be able to truly kill. Now, with this guy, I don't think I had. I think I put the shock trooper gear bonus, the one that gives you an additional. Here we go. I meleeed a phantom to stagger her, as you guys saw. But I think I put the shock trooper upgrade like that. I'm able to get more shotgun damage bonus, and at the same time get an additional 2 grenades. So it gives me about 4 grenades in total. The way I have it set up now. But if you want to use something like the grenade capacity 5, pretty beast. I mean, you'll be going insane. So I think, this is the way to go, guys. I would definitely go with incendiary. Keep them incendiary. You pretty much destroy everything. You'll burn through everything. I mean, you could take this build against collectors, against anybody. Yeah, this is why I show you guys platinum gameplay, so like you can see, the same build, destroying phantoms, destroying banshees, destroying primes, destroying marauders, destroying Geth. So pretty much every faction except for the collectors, because the only time you can get collectors is when you pick them, directly. So yeah, guys, this I would definitely take this kind of build out. Now, I have been thinking about some of the other build videos that I want to bring about, guys, and I have been playing with some of the vanilla characters, and as some of you guys know, I've been playing a lot of pugs this week, and also I'm gonna be playing a little bit more. I did play this week with some of the 2 of the winners for the PS3 and Xbox, who won the 1 million credits help. and that's been a lot of fun, especially even on the PS3. My buddy over there, he's been really cool, and just really nice getting to know him and meet him. And we've been playing a few games, and I didn't get to play with him this weekend, but I will see if I could catch a few games with him this week and help each other out. So, but I have been thinking about the other builds since I've been getting asked if I do take requests. I do, guys. I still have quite a lot more builds a lot more builds. The videos are not. This is almost never ending. I still haven't finished all the character kits. That's number one. I haven't finished all the gun reviews at all. I still have the playthrough in Mass Effect, so that's still going. But when it comes to builds, I definitely do take requests. And if you have any recommendations, suggestions, guys, you can definitely put it in the comments. That's no big deal. So, if you're interested in, kind of like a different build, like say, I have the Krogan Soldier, I like your power build, but this is my weapons build or something. Do something with that. I'm totally okay with that, guys. I'll definitely do it. I'll see. I'll check them. I'll test it out on Platinum, and I'll see if maybe I need to do a modification or anything to it. So, it is what it is. So we'll do that, and that's not a problem at all. Yeah, one of the next builds that I'm thinking of doing is the vanilla human infiltrator. Now, I do want to work out the infiltrators because this seems to be my season for infiltrators for whatever reason. I never really liked the infiltrators too much. They seemed a little bit. That tactical cloak damage bonus just seemed a little too strong for me when I used to play the, I don't know, it seemed a little unfair when I first started playing the game. I'm like, man, they're just too unfair. So I used to play all the character classes and get really good with them to the point that I could, still either outscore an infiltrator or, whatever. And that's why I got really good with the engineers, which, literally my favorite classes. The engineers, my true favorite when I first started out, and also the caster classes like the adepts. I just love the adepts, and pretty much everybody else. The soldier classes are awesome. I freaking love them. But I've been thinking about the vanilla characters, especially like the human infiltrator, and I was going through the build. I was just playing it earlier in gold, just for the heck of it, and then I played it in platinum with a few different weapons, and I gotta be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to doing the video with him to kind of show you guys the amount of power, the ridiculous amount of power that guy has if you use certain weapons, certain builds for platinum and gold. So I definitely want to try that out. Now, going back to the Krogan Soldier and Goddess. Now, this map, Goddess, guys, if you want to do a little bit of spawn control, you'll notice that where I stand in the beginning of the map, and I will tell you this, guys, because I want you guys to understand how to play this map a little bit. When you do speed running, sometimes what you do is you have two guys or one guy by the ammo box at the bottom where I first start, then another guy by the ladder right across from me right now, and then another guy by the extraction point who's gonna go in and I got insta killed here. I totally forgot about that. Ooh, yes, I did get insta killed. I was so upset. But that's okay. My buddy's here to handle the situation. But anyways, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna force the spawns into the corners of the map, and you'll be able to kind of just go and rape the map, like pretty much take a missile and just clean out an entire spawn point. And now that may not be the thing to do on gold, but definitely on platinum. You're gonna want to use a missile on waves 5, 8, and 9 still. The only other factions that you want to do change that up a little bit is like the Geth on platinum. You may want to do waves 2 also, because wave 2 also has double primes, double enemies, so you might want to add that wave into your missile nuking. You may want to do that, and what that does, guys, number one, it makes the game go a little faster. You'll have 22-24 minute games. It's not a real speed run, but it's not a 30-minute game. Pretty much the games that we play on platinum, if everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, they last about 22 minutes, 19 minutes, 24 max, stuff like that. If it's just a long game, somebody gets insta kill like I did here. This game probably would have gone 19 minutes if I didn't get insta kill. I would have been there. So it was my fault. My fault. It happened. But here we go. We got my buddy Big Mono. We have Biggs, who is just, you guys know, he's an excellent player. And also a new guy that I'm playing with here, I think it's Grammatron. He's from the Bioware Social Network. Um, he's pretty cool. I just recently met him and just asked, hey, you down? Want to do a video or two or whatever? And he's using his Drell Vanguard over here, just being all slick. It's the coolest thing about the Drells, they're freaking slick as hell. But uh, um, but yeah, guys, this the build for well, I'm sorry, not the builds. The spawn points, as you can see, if you saw right here when I first started out, I started on the other side of the map just so that I can make sure and I take out a spawn. Now I kind of messed it up here because the Prime, had direct, you know, freaking direct access at me. He kind of handed it to me pretty quickly. But that's what you're gonna do. You stand in this ammo box. You face the lab like that. They don't spawn in the lab, and then you turn around, and the enemy should be either in should be in this other section where we see our characters moving to now. So that's just if I were you, you ever playing gold or platinum, you do that depending on where everybody's at. Now if the entire team is like by the LZ, the entire team is on the lab, then I would definitely just stand by the ammo box or stand by the LZ, like right here, and then go to your left, and then take out the same spawn point, but just pretty much what you're going to want to do, depending on who you're playing with. You're playing on pugs, especially, let's say pugging gold, you're going to want to be opposite of where the rest of the team is if you're looking on those waves to get some nuke spawns. And again, I'm not like condoning nuke spawning, guys, but for platinum, yes, I do condone it for sure, absolutely. Yeah, all of us are like, oh, I got this one, or I'm going to take out this one. We're all pretty much, we know we're going to use a missile on base 589. It's obvious. Nobody even questions it. Oh, nice headshot on that Phantom. But the on gold, it doesn't even matter. You may want to do it on waves 8 and 9. That's what I would say. I pretty much most of the time, especially on pugs, waves 8 and 9 at least. If I don't missile any other wave, I definitely missile on waves 8 and 9, and I only use one missile. That's it. Just one missile, just to at least get a kill streak or just to clean out a spawn, and that's it. So that's kind of like the way you are going to want to work Goddess, guys. Now, there's something about this map that, I don't know, I seem to like. I like the fact that you get a lot of grenades per ammo box. The ammo box, there's a lot of them. I don't like the lagginess, but a lot of people I play with don't seem to like this map, so I don't get to play it often and as much as I like Platinum, so whatever, it is what it is, guys. But so far, as you've seen, nothing but fire explosions, fire explosions, fire explosions, left and right, left and right, left and right, and he's a lot of fun, guys. He's definitely a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure you guys would understand how to create a melee build, which works a lot of fun on gold, a lot of fun on silver and bronze. It still works on platinum, depending on the enemy faction, depending on how you play and who you're doing the melee on. But I think a power build is more efficient for platinum and even gold, because number one, you have your grenades, you're detonating everything, and pretty much enemies, you could just drop all that on the enemies and then just kind of leave. They'll just continue dying on their own. And in this situation, the consumables that I used were just incendiary rounds 4. I used the adrenaline module just so I could go really, really fast. So I could run really fast as a Krogan because he doesn't have a dodge. And I also used the shock trooper upgrade, the gear bonus, and just the shotgun rail lamp to make his shotgun more powerful, because I wasn't doing a lot of melee. I was going to use the strength enhancers to do melee. So that's the way I go, guys. So yeah, the Krogan Soldier, freaking awesome. Awesome. Fire explosions left and right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm definitely taking requests, and I'm looking forward to really do quite a few more videos for you guys.